For me, I always had confidence in myself as a player, but you know, to see stuff maybe not go your way or stuff, you know, other guys getting drafted or committed or just along that process, it can be a little tough on your mindset. But for me, I was just glad to be where I was at. Like, I didn't expect to make my junior team. I didn't think I was like going to be the player I was in that league. So just throughout the year, it was just a battle of just staying in it, and then it started going really well for me. Like, I gained a lot more confidence, just more skill in my game, and then I kind of just knew from there, like, hey, I can do this. So one thing led to another, and then now we're here. My brother, he would just get under my skin. He would rattle me a bit, and it would just make me want to prove him wrong. So I would say that mainly came from him. I'd say when I was younger, it was more kind of like a rival. Like, he would kind of get on me about a lot of stuff, you know, just working out, doing this, eating right, and all that. And at the moment, like, I would say I hated it, but looking back on it, it was everything I needed and more. So as I got older and like he was in the situations I was going to be in, you know, juniors, the draft, and then going pro and stuff, it was just a role model. Like, he showed me through the steps what it takes, you know, how to be a pro, and then just kind of reaffirmed me and telling me how good I was too. One thing my mom always said about that is the day we play each other, she's gonna have to get a custom-made jersey and split it in half. So I really want to see her in that one day, I do. I just always thought he was so skilled and stuff. You know, he obviously had a bit to work on back then, but he figured it all out, and he was just a really good player. Like, when they played together when they were about 14, 13, and I was watching this guy, and I thought he was like 18. You know what I mean? He just always had that knack for it, and just a great guy. I was about 9 or 8 or 10 around then, and it was just me going on a breakaway, and you can just hear Steven go, "Go Blake, go Blake, go Blake," just in his little, he was young, so he had a very high-pitched voice, and then I scored, and then they were just getting so hyped, and then it was so funny.
Boards, there you go.
Go Blake, go Blake, go Blake. Yeah!
That's something, honestly, I'll be honest, I didn't fully remember until like my brother found that video. So that's really cool looking back on it now to see where we're all at. So my dad, he played hockey. He's from Minnesota, so he played hockey at St. Mary's College for 3 or 4 years. And then he was a 2-time All-American, and he's in their Hockey Hall of Fame, so he did have a good career there. And then his biggest thing for me and my brother was power skating. So I like to think I'm a pretty good skater. So, I mean, he had me in it when I was 5, so brought me through that my whole hockey career, and then he drove everywhere and supplied everything. So, I mean, I would not be here without him. And then my mom, she played basketball, so a bit different, but she played D1 at Berkeley. So she was a good hooper, and then she got her psychology degree and, you know, her PhD and all that. So, and her, she's just support. I mean, I wouldn't say now she knows a lot about hockey, like maybe more than a lot of people, I'd say, but like before it was more just support and just making sure it was what we wanted to do, which is at the end of the day what we do want to do. So love her for that. The first black female cop in Minneapolis. Unreal. It's powerful. I mean, you look at her and what she's been through in her life, the adventures, and especially how different times were for her as a black woman. For her to go into the police force especially, it's admirable. I mean, it's just something you wouldn't see at that time, and looking back on it now, people even think it's crazy. So I have a lot of respect for her. She's a strong, firm woman. You know, I love to talk to her, and she's amazing. Honestly, the word I would initially use, it must have been brutal. Like, it must have been, because some of the stuff my dad told me that he went through in college as a black athlete at that time, it was rough. It was rough. So for her to want to do that and then follow through on it, especially in that time where they were at, it's crazy. It's crazy. I would say I didn't go nearly as much as they had to go through, but at the same time, you definitely do feel, I wouldn't say different, but just, you know, your own skin. So it's just different situations and kind of culture-wise and stuff. But I've been blessed enough to be on good teams that have kind of accepted me and just learned to, you know, that I'm going to be myself or, you know, do what I do or whatnot. And then, so yeah, I'm blessed for that. I'm from Maryland, so hockey's not the biggest there yet. And then there are a lot of minority players from Maryland. So a lot of them actually do reach out to me a bit after I got drafted and, you know, won last year and such. So for them to see me as a role model, or maybe they're just asking me questions about workouts or just what to do and stuff. So for me to see that and them come to me, it means a lot, and then I really should take full advantage of that, you know, because I could really help the next generation being from Maryland and a black hockey player. So that's something I do want to do.